Do a little property tour here while I walk the dogs. So this is off our back porch. Gotta get some stuff cleaned up here. But can't show you what I got going on, hopefully this year. So I'm gonna take these that stock tank, and I have another stock tank for right there. It's over here full of wood. But I'm gonna do a wicking bed on either one. I call it zone 0.5, since you only have to take a half a step to get to it. Here we're going to make a flower bed. I'm going to leave this bush here, but all the other ones I'm going to take out. And here I want to set up a spot right here to do some trees. Kind of landscape it a little bit, and I'm going to do like avocado and mango trees and stuff like that. Some tropical trees. We're in Nebraska, so right there, that brown plant, that's a comfrey plant. Planted it in sand. Pretty much the worst possible spot I could plant it, I guess. They get fairly good sunlight. Didn't water it very much just at the beginning, and I stopped watering it, and it did pretty good this year. So we got the side of the yard here, which all this is real sandy, doesn't grow very well. I mean grass or anything, get some weeds growing, but what I did this last year is I left it tall. But I think what I want to do is I'm going to take a light layer of mulch, put it down on this whole side, and I'm planting clover, white clover, over this whole part of the yard. I want it to take over for now. These two trees, those two big ones, they're coming down. They're going to cut them down. It kind of sucks, but the one on the left is dying. It's got a lot of bad spots in it, and I think the other one's starting to follow the same route, so it is what it is. I do have a line of trees planted here. I kind of screwed up when I planted them, but on the far end, it's about right there. There's a hickory, a peach, and then a red oak right there. So that's plans for this side. I'm going to mulch it all and put in white clover, and hopefully it takes over. Then, back here, still everything's kind of a mess. But this is January 2017. I'm trying to think if we've been here about 2 years maybe. But I put in a hugel bed. That PVC pipe is what I used to water it with. I just started it last year, so, but I have a little fitting at the end of it. It just blew off the top at it, sitting on top. I'm gonna rebuild this bed because it shrank. It was about 1.5 feet higher, so I think I want to build it up a little bit higher. This one I just got some soil, some dirt on it. I need to move this pile here to the other end and fill in some more. Put in a couple apple trees, a cherry tree that died. There's a couple more apple trees over there, another cherry tree that didn't make it. But all that was my fault. On the border there, I planted raspberries and blackberries kind of in a row. I want to do like a hedge over there. And I mulched all this about 3 inches deep when I put it down. Did this past summer. Now I'm going to use some more mulch in the middle in between these beds here. And then left a pathway here so we can take our trash can out and get some more mulch. I'm going to do it to the edge of the garage there. And then maybe on the back side over there eventually. But I want to get this area planted and growing this upcoming year. And then over here, I just threw this thing up pretty quick to hold some wood. But I just used some old fence posts and drove them in the ground so I can take it down. It's just a temporary deal. Hey, but I got some comfrey plants back there, quite a few of them. There's some strawberry plants all throughout here. This is kind of my composting pile for now. I need to either set something up or do something a little different. There's some sunchokes. I kind of left them in the ground, and I planted some other ones back here. What I'll do is dig them up, and I'm going to multiply them. I'm not harvesting much the first year with things. I want to get a good propagation out of them, and then harvest them after that, so I can really multiply them quick. But there's some strawberries throughout here. Those were here when I got here, but all I did, they were kind of really cut back, and all I did was take and hand mulch them. I just took all the grass that was growing around them, pulled it out, and then dropped it at their base, and they like tripled last year in size. They really started spreading out. So, but other than that, I just kind of wanted to give a shot of the yard. And here's all my fence stuff. You get a lot of free poles and stuff. So, but this whole side, I want to do clover as well. But from the edge of the house, there's going to be a fence out here. Pretty much from there all the way down to where I'm going to stop the fence. Well, the fence will wrap around. I'm waiting to do any dirt work in there until I get the fence up, because I want to know where it's sitting. I want to know where I want to plant my trees and stuff like that. So I guess this is my boneyard for now. The front yard had a pretty good patch of clover. Didn't do too bad. It was a pretty big patch. Come on. God. So I do want to, this barrel here I have for making biochar. I did it with wood chips because I get the wood chips for free, but it didn't have enough airflow through it, so it didn't go very well. But I'm thinking about taking all these lats and just making biochar out of them. I'll have to get a magnet and pull all the nails out and stuff, but I got plenty of it. But I don't know, I'm kind of in between on it. I think I'll do it to make compost with, and there's one other project that's tied into it. So I want to make the biochar, then over here I want to inoculate the biochar. I'm sorry there's mess in this, but so what I've been doing is taking my aquarium water, because I have some fish tanks inside, and pouring it in here so I can keep all the waste there over till I need it. And what I'm going to do with this is essentially make compost tea with it. So I'll put an air stone in it. I'll probably take some biochar and just do a little bit at a time and spread it over all the wood mulch everywhere, and hopefully that'll help it take off. So that's kind of my plans, and that's where everything's at right now. I just found out towards the end of summer I can get all that mulch for free, and I got a buddy that has access to he has a few cattle, so he has some scrapings off where he feeds them at, and that's what that second hugel bed is solely made of. But I don't have many resources to things. We don't have a lot of trees here, so it's kind of hard to find stuff. So once I found out I can get free wood or free mulch, started getting it by the trailer load and pulling it in. So, but that's all for now.